The president addressed the nation tonight. Markets are reacting. We're going to cover that. What was said? What's going on out there? John Deaton with some words of wisdom. He's telling us, get the Clarity Act done now. Not a year from now, not down the road, not a better deal. Sign that sucker now. And he makes the point so clear, one that I've been trying to make for some time. But the examples he gives, you see, oh yeah, we can't play around here. And then lastly, we have G Treasury on an absolute tear. I think this is going to be a historic acquisition for not just Ripple, the corporate entity, but also the XRP ledger itself. We got a lot of stories actually to go over. Let's just get into it. Starting off with this, we see tonight's situation incredibly puzzling for a lot of people out there. As I listened to this speech, what it sounded like to me is the president wants an off-ramp, wants to end this thing, but talk tough on the way out. Complete victory, all this kind of stuff. But that's not the way markets took this speech, right? We see gold, silver just collapsing in price. When we look at the crypto market, Bitcoin selling off, we have Ethereum, XRP, ADA, SWI, like everything in the red insignificantly. And so the markets tell a different story. The markets, the collective minds of the markets, they're saying, no, this is escalatory. This is going to get worse. This is going to last longer. Who's right? Markets are pretty smart, right? We'll have to see this play out. I'm not going to try to play geopolitical expert here with you, other than to say the longer this war takes and continues and escalates, the more painful it will get in financial markets. Best believe it. Oil will continue to skyrocket. It'll drive inflation. So we'll have to see. But again, when I heard the speech, that's what I took from it. That, you know what? Yes, we're kind of at the end of this thing. There's not a lot left we're going to do, and we're going to de-escalate and get out of the sucker. That's what I took. And if that happens, you're going to see a sharp rebound, but only time will tell. Tell me what you think is going to happen here as we go forward. Now, John Deaton, pretty much a dire warning here. He says Charles Hoskinson has a lot of valid points about the current wording and makeup of the Clarity Act. Absolutely. There's all sorts of stuff we should push for. But he says the worst case scenario is we get nothing done. We have no protections, and we end up with Gensler 2.0, which is a far worse outcome. And he reminds us, we have an election coming up, midterms, right? And you may end up after that with Elizabeth Warren as the head of the Senate Banking Committee. If that happens, do you think you're going to get a good, favorable crypto deal? See, this is the thing. It's okay to point out what's wrong with the bill, but you have to give me a clear path to success. How do we overcome this? We don't know who the president will be in 2028 either. And again, Elizabeth Warren may be writing the actual laws of the future if this doesn't get down now. It has to happen. We cannot roll the dice here. I thought it was a great interview by John. And he says if it doesn't happen literally now, it probably doesn't happen, even after the midterm. So let's hope this comes together. We do the best we can with this. And it all comes down to what power do you have to make it better? Lobbying, spending money. Banks do that too. You know what I mean? So you're not going to get everything you want in this. You have to get what you need. You have to make sure these crypto assets are defined as commodities and you can integrate with these systems, and that banks and big tech and everyone else knows that they can build the future on these rails and do so with certainty if they're going to make this big investment. And I think that's what's going to happen. We're going to rip and roar. This thing's going to get done here shortly. We see here breaking. This is good evening crypto here. Breaking, Coinbase announced stablecoin yield deal could come in the next 48 hours. Do we get this before the weekend? I sure hope so. So we can get this thing on the president's desk, get it signed. And again, they're probably going to have some sort of deal where it can't just sit idle there and earn interest. It's going to have to be more like credit card rewards. You do something, you have some membership, you utilize the crypto and you get rewards back. That's fine. That can work for Coinbase and Circle as we go forward. Now, we see this from Brad Garlinghouse. Ripple Treasury is on a tear. Last year, facilitating $13 trillion in payments for customers. This year, the addition of native digital asset capabilities. Let's go. And he's absolutely right. Lock in here. This is going to be huge because this is the perfect setup. You have this Ripple Treasury service, formerly G Treasury, and these are the types of services that are going to lend themselves well to blockchain technology, to hooking up to the XRP ledger, using stablecoins, using XRP as a bridge currency, settling between all sorts of stuff, moving money around to meet payroll needs, all sorts of stuff. This is next level. And it's the exact type of thing that using the XRP ledger, its speed, its efficiency, it actually can onboard all that activity. It can be massive. We see right now just 13 trillion last year alone. If that continues to grow, that's going to make a big difference. Now we see a lot of people, and you hear it online, you see it in articles. Yeah, great. You have G Treasury, 13 trillion opportunity. Does XRP actually benefit from this? It's a pretty bearish time right now. And people say, oh, the court case didn't do anything. All these advancements, crypto, it doesn't do anything for XRP. Look, back in the day when we were in bearish times like this, XRP is 20 cents. Now we're $1.30. Like, you've seen growth from this stuff. Maybe not the growth you would have hoped for, that we would have liked, but you are showing growth. And we're just waiting for that next, big bull run for the altcoin markets. You're going to see XRP is going to outperform many of its contemporaries. And that's all we're looking for, is we are investing in this asset class. Do we have one of the big winners? And I think with XRP, we absolutely do. And again, you have seen growth, and growth while we have been attacked, we've been held down, and a lot of that pressure is coming off, especially if we get Clarity Act done. This is going to be a game changer. You best believe things like Clarity and things like G Treasury are going to make a difference over the long haul. Now, I saw this. I mean, we better hope this is not a long and sustained bear market. Right now, as we stand today, Strategy, their average acquisition price, $75,700 a Bitcoin. We're at 68,000 now. What happens if this carries on for years? What happens if it carries on for 12 months and we go down significantly? This is going to be a dumpster fire. What a mess. And this is the problem. We've seen how long Michael Saylor has been using his quote-unquote strategy. He should be like us, where we're buying XRP at 20 cents. Now we're at $1.30 when times are bearish, and hey, we're up big still. He can never get there. He can never outgrow the strategy because he has to continue borrowing and bidding up his average price, and he'll never get his head above water. And eventually, probably not now, hopefully not now, but he'll get a long and sustained downturn that he will not be able to make it past. This is like milk and cookie stuff compared to how bad it can be. And if you've been around crypto, you know it can get nasty, and for a very, very long time. This guy ain't built for the long haul. I'm telling you right now. We see this clown saying banks choose Ripple. April Fools, obviously, they actually use Avalanche, which Avalanche is a great chain. But, anytime you're thinking about the other guy, like, oh, we're better than Ripple, we're better than XRP, that tells you he's in the pole position. Brad Garlinghouse responding, glad to know we're living rent-free in your heads. Worry about Avalanche. Worry about your own adoption. Don't worry about what Ripple's doing. Great response there by Brad. And again, doesn't take anything away from Avalanche. Great blockchain. Just this guy is a clown. Worry about yourself. Now, Big Four auditors confirm Ripple's stable coin supply fully backed by reserves. They did some sort of attestation here. It's not a full-blown audit, but still it's huge. This is by Deloitte. And we've heard over the years all these excuses by Tether. Oh, we can't get a Big Four firm to do any attestation work for us. Like, it's nonsense. Of course you can. Circle's done it. Now Ripple's done it. This is about setting that standard as an institutional product that people can rely on. And you're bringing in the big dogs here to take a look and write these attestation reports saying, you know what? Yeah, Ripple's got the goods. They got the backing, and it's good to see. And again, what Tether's telling us, that Big Four accounting firms won't touch crypto, well, you can see that's a bunch of nonsense. Now, we see this making the rounds on X. Google paper warns crypto on quantum risk ahead of 2029. No doubt that quantum is a risk, but crypto's kind of special because we use this to FUD each other. Like, this is going to get handled for all the major blockchains, best believe, but crypto is like the lowest on the totem pole. No one's going to go after illiquid markets where as soon as you crack through the crypto algorithm, you have nothing. Literally, it craters to zero. They're going to go against traditional financial systems, military installations, things of this nature that have a lot of real world value, even once you crack it, right? So, yeah, we got to fix this problem, but your first target ain't crypto. So if crypto's in trouble, everything else is even in more trouble here, but it's a problem we will settle. Now, I still say this kind of messes up the foundational agreement with crypto that, I got my keys right here. And no matter what happens, those are my coins. Well, not once, especially with Bitcoin. I think this is even more important. Not once you have to transfer over to a new algorithm. You're going to have to log in with your keys and complete some task to move your coins, to claim your coins over on the new chain, the quantum, resistant chain. And someone like Satoshi, maybe Satoshi's dead, maybe he's in jail, maybe he just doesn't want to log on and do a transaction. He just wants to hold his coins and he's got his digital gold. Well, not once you do this. Now you have to do extra things. Maybe Satoshi's in jail for the next 15 years and he thinks once I get out, great, I got my crypto. Oh, surprise, sucker. No, you ain't going to have nothing because you're going to have to log in there and do a transaction. You're going to lose everything. Either we're going to have to let thieves steal your Bitcoin and really any crypto, but to me, this affects Bitcoin more. Or, we're going to have to burn your stuff. We're going to have to burn Satoshi's coins or anyone else. There's tons of wallets that, maybe someday, 20 years from now, someone finds the keys and goes, wow, here we go. I got a lot of crypto. Well, it won't matter because we've either burned it or thieves have stolen it. And so that's a bit of a quandary for us to deal with. Do we say, well, whoever has the keys owns the crypto and just let the thieves take it? Or do we start burning, inactive wallets? It is a problem we're going to have to deal with that's bigger than the technical aspect, but, we'll address it. It'll be done before quantum starts hitting blockchains. And again, blockchain will not be the very first thing you go after. You're going to go after all sorts of other systems first if you really are first out the gates with this and you're some nefarious company. It's just crypto isn't really a good one to go after because you're not going to net much from it. Let me know what you think down below. Oh, I forgot. We are, I think, less than 20 members away from the ZaoDao hitting its 1,000-member mark, being able to do proposals. That's really when this thing activates and starts doing stuff. Link down below and in the pinned comment, join today. $10 for lifetime membership. You get to participate in the future of this blockchain. So important. Where we get a voice, we get to participate. Link down below, zaodao.io. Check it out. Join. Do we have 20 people out there, less than 20 people, ready to really spark this revolution and we can get going? Link down below. Click it, join. That's going to be a big one. Let me know what you think down below. As always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.